Three, two, one. Hello and welcome to Owen Dunn's Last Ditch Effort. My name is Owen Dunn. I hope you're doing well. I am exhausted. I have, of course, still not been sleeping because I still have the same shitty pillow. Also, the, was it spring forward? Is it daylight savings or is it the other one? Night light savings? I don't know. I hope you can hear me well. I forgot my headphones at work, and we have moved furniture in here because of the upcoming move, so it may sound like an echoey piece of shit, but we'll see. I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep, so we're going to power through this, okay? So I'd like to thank everyone who reached out to me on the last episode about... I don't even remember what it was about. What was it? The body pillow. A lot of you have them. Actually, no one said that. No one else said they had a body pillow, but me. That's fine. And then a couple people mentioned how they could not believe that the Tasmanian Devil was one of my least favorite characters. Specifically Robert. He reached out and said, how can the Tasmanian Devil not be your favorite Looney Tune character? And so I broke down and I started thinking about it a lot. And then I wrote a list. I went and I wrote it down. Who would my top Looney Tune character be? Because I have enough free time to sit around and think about this kind of stuff, right? So let's begin. And if you're watching this or you're listening to this, especially on YouTube, let me know in the comment section your top 3 or favorite Looney Tune character. Because and actually, before you do that, let me just go through the list, and maybe I can change your mind on some of these. I guess let's start with one of the favorites, Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is a lot of people's favorite Looney Tunes character. I think he used to be mine as well. He's portrayed as a really cool guy. Rabbit, right? Looking back on him, I think he's a little smug. I don't feel like he would be the kind of person I would like to hang out with. He seems like he knows he can get away with stuff. He seems like the kind of guy who's like, my dad's a lawyer, like that kind of guy. Who just knows he can get out of stuff and he never has to suffer consequences. And I don't think that's a good quality to have. He's just I don't like him. Yeah, he's a little too confident. So the next we would go to Daffy Duck. Daffy Duck is... I used to not like him, but now as I've grown older, I think Daffy Duck is the best Looney Tune character now. He runs into shit. He has problems. He has to... And this is all... I haven't watched Looney Tunes in probably 20 years, so I'm just making up scenarios that I think I remember, and then I'm basing the characters off of that. So I feel like he is he's the closest to a real person. Like, he's not handed things like Bugs Bunny is. He earns it, and when he would encounter Elmer Fudd, he would actually get shot, whereas Bugs Bunny would be like, oh, let me trick you into, not, he would just not get shot. But Daffy Duck would get shot, and his beak would spin around, and he would be sooty. So I appreciate that. I would like to hang out with Daffy. Let's go to Marvin the Martian. This is really silly. Marvin the Martian, I think he's creepy. I think he has sort of a pedo vibe. He's like, oh, wow. He's hiding his face. He's little, and I feel there's something going on with him, and I think he's got pedo tendencies, allegedly. So he's got a little. I have written here incel vibe. He gives off an incel kind of vibe. The Tweety Bird. Tweety Bird, easily one of, and if you don't know who Tweety Bird is, he's featured on a lot of, she is featured on a lot of t-shirts that you find at Ross and on the back of 1990 Ford Explorers. Tweety is easily the worst. She name one funny thing that Tweety Bird has done ever. She never did anything funny. She relied heavily on talking like a widow baby or whatever, however the hell she talked. She was yellow, and she was a lot like Bugs Bunny, where nothing bad ever really happened. There was no consequences. She would always just get away, and I would always cheer for Sylvester to eat the bird, and so I would never have to watch Tweety Bird again. Easily the worst character. If you disagree with me, let me know. But I doubt you will, because she's trash. Let's see. And then I couldn't think of any more. Elmer Fudd kind of sucks. And then Wile E. Coyote. A great character. Very well. So I started thinking about the dynamic of Wile E. Coyote and the Road Runner. Now, Wile E. Coyote had the book smarts and money, and the Road Runner had just like street smarts, and it needed to survive. And really, I think that's an allegory for the world. That's what I have written here. Allegory. You've got money, lots of money and book smarts, but street smarts is what will help you survive. I think that's what the great Alfred E. Newman, when he drew those, I don't know who. I didn't do a lot of research on this. I'm sorry. Again. So today is also, I'm recording this on Wednesday or Tuesday. It is Chuck Norris's birthday. Chuck Norris, you may know him from the early internet, where people made jokes about how tough Chuck Norris was. And now they've since moved on, and they attach themselves to these characters such as, what's his name now? Keanu Reeves. Now everything, Keanu Reeves. And then Henry Cavill, or people just attach these to these semi-tough characters, and then they make jokes about it. And did you know Chuck Norris could beat up your mom? Or it's just the jokes were absolutely terrible, and people still think they're funny. And I think there was T-shirts involved, and it's terrible. On the other hand, I have met Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is a very, from the small encounter I had with him, very nice man. And I will tell you this is something that stuck with me. He has the softest hands I have ever felt out of anyone, which was a little shocking to me, because when you think of him as a rough and tumble Texas Ranger, you would assume that his hands would be, he's building fences and strangling cattle or whatever they do on ranches. And he was just so super nice. His hands were, they would make, as I've described them before, they would make a great stress ball. Like they're meaty, but they're soft. Like they have, like squeeze one of those, and that's how it feels. Chuck Norris's hand. I met him during, I was in a commercial for his mobile game. Sorry, my power just may have gone out for a second there. That was cool. This is what happens when you talk bad about Chuck Norris. Did you know Chuck Norris could shut off your power if he was old? So anyway, yeah, I was in Chuck Norris's mobile game. If you want to check it out, it's in, I'll put the link down in the description. I am in it. And also my friend Henry Price, he's the main character in it. And I am in the very back. I'm in the very, very back. You might be able to see me. I'm in literally half a second of the very back. And I'm on the phone, pretending to talk on the phone. It was my first audition and my first professional commercial. And I didn't know what the hell I was doing. It was interesting because they were like, all right, I thought I was going to, I don't know, just be sitting there. But they were like, we need you to pretend to be on the phone. So I was doing some and I was like, well, that doesn't look very natural. So what I did, this is how I act. This is my method, is that I would pretend I would basically go through ordering a pizza just over and over. So I would mouth things, but I was mouthing ordering a pizza. I was like, yeah, I want a large pepperoni. And I would just do that over and over, but I wouldn't say anything. I would just mouth it. And they seemed happy with that. There was another one that got cut. You don't realize how hard this is as acting like you're playing pinball. There's one scene where, and it's harder because they're not showing your face, where you could be really emoting, oh gosh, oh no. But from the back, you have to, because you can't be pressing the buttons because that makes noise. So you have to act like you're pressing buttons and shaking, oh darn, or whatever. It was, but you didn't want to do it too much because it would distract. You're just a person in the background. So my ass was almost on a YouTube ad one time, but yeah, that was fun. There's a lot of comics in it. Henry Price is a great comic. You can look him up. At the audition, I ran into Victor Tran, which was great because the audition, the casting call was for 25 to 30-year-old men who looked Asian or Mexican. and also look like they could work at a tech company. So I said, well, shit, I mean, this is the role I was born to play. And I made up some little thing, and I went and I met Chuck Norris. He was very nice, and the catering was great. I had all I could eat, fruit roll-ups and gushers, and that was really cool. So thank you, Chuck Norris. Happy 80th birthday. Go buy one of his Chuck Norris water bottles and play his mobile game. Okay? I'm also celebrating today because I got a big win against one of my neighborhood rivals. I don't know if they know, I have a rivalry with them. And let me know if you do this as well, is I make enemies. I make up enemies in my head of people, and they probably don't know that they are my enemy. I pick them out. They do something I don't like, and then I swear to destroy them, and they have no idea that I even exist. That's what I like to do. So in the neighborhood, there's several people that are my enemies, my secret enemies. There's one here, and I have nicknames for all of them. There's one she goes by Triple H. She parks in the visitor parking because she doesn't want to walk 20 feet to her actual parking space. She's an enemy. There's another lady who parks in the visitor parking because she doesn't want to walk 20 more feet to her parking space. And then there's another guy. I think I call him the idiot. He's an idiot. He also parks in the visitor parking because he doesn't want to. It's just a lot of lazy enemies here where I live. And I got a new one the other day. I don't have a name for her. I need a name for her. She's just that lady who won't put her stupid dog on a leash. That's my name for her. Although I guess I could call her Crag. Because she is built like Crag from Ninja Turtles. If you don't know what that is, maybe I'll show it here, or maybe I won't on the side here. But look it up. It's on Ninja Turtles. There was like not Shredder, but there was the other one that was like a robot or something. It was like a big white person, and then it had a brain in its stomach. It was kind of like a brain had a mech. That's Crag. She is built like the robot. And she, every day, we seem to be on the same schedule. So I walk my dog around the complex. And then she, I wouldn't say she walks her dog. She more attends it, supervises her dog loosely. She watches her dog walk around and take a shit. She doesn't have her dog on a leash, and she doesn't really care. And her dog will come running at my dog, and I have to pick mine up. And then I'm don't like confrontation, so I'm just very dramatic about. I'm just very dramatic. Like I'll just pick up my dog and be like, Jesus Christ, and then I'll just walk away. And we do this about every other week. This happens. We'll walk, and then her dog will come over, and then I pick up my dog and then walk away, and then I think of a bunch of funny or mean things I could have said that would have really stuck her. That's what I do. So today, one thing I thought, I was like, I'm gonna punt that dog across the street if it comes near me again, is one thing I've thought about saying. And So today I was walking by. We're always very cautious because we know where she lives over there. She came out. We happened to be like right in front of her apartment. I was like, I guess she's not. I guess she's not attending her dog today. And then boom, her door opens and her dog comes running out, and it comes barking and tearing at my dog. But it's on a leash this time. So she was able to wrangle it, and I was like, see, that's what the leash is for, you idiot. Go, hope the fucking Donatello beat your ass. So, hopefully she learned a lesson. Hopefully she realizes how much better that was today. Because if her dog did bite my dog, I would have been real sassy. I would have been. So yeah, we're moving, and I'm really there's a lot of crazy. It's just a lot of crazy stuff going on right now with the CV going around, and the stock market's crazy. A lot of people are canceling events, and I'm tired. Are you tired? Are you tired of going to the grocery store? You have 48 precious hours of the weekend, and you don't want to spend 1 to 2 hours of it at the grocery store. It's terrible. And that's why you should get Instacart. I've had Instacart for 2 years, and I have been to the grocery store maybe once or twice since then. And I gotta tell you, it's absolutely amazing. No more idiots, no more anxiety, no more stress from standing in line, and these people who are just milling about as if they have nothing else better to do. You just pick your groceries on your phone or your screen of choice, and they can deliver the groceries to you. And they do it for me. And you know what? They can do it for you. If you go down to the link, it's down in the description. You can sign up for Instacart. It's great. I recommend you do it. If you click the link down in the description, that will let them know that I sent you, and it will help the show out. So give it a try. Thanks. That was an ad. That was my attempt at an ad. Was that successful? I hope it was. Jeez. I've grown to really hate being out in public. So yes, I do use Instacart, but one of my biggest, I was thinking of, because there's all these new phones coming out, I have the Pixel 3, and every time a new phone comes out, everybody's complaining about, does it have a headphone jack? Why doesn't it have a headphone jack? We should go to Bluetooth, etc., etc. I hope, well, and I kind of do miss the headphone jack, but not for me, but for other people, because I feel like it has encouraged people to not use headphones, because they're like, well, I spent $1,000 on my iPhone, so I'm not able to get headphones for it. So therefore, I'm just going to play my music and music videos and YouTube videos as loud as I possibly can, because I'm in public, so I can't hear it. So I'm going to turn it up extra loud so that I can hear it. Hope you don't mind. So I'm hoping the next feature that comes out on the iPhone is, like, I really hope the new big trend in the future is phones with no speakers. There's just no speakers. It'll be like, it'll be amazing. If I was a rich person, if a lot of you sign up for Instacart and I become a rich person, I would, in theory, I'm not promising I'll do this, but I dream of just having pockets full of earbuds, and whenever someone was walking around without their headphones and they're just playing loud music, I would just distribute the headphones to them, some sort of Johnny Appleseed. I'm sure there's an Apple joke in there about Apple iPhones, or I don't know, whatever their ear things are called. I don't know. I don't have Apple stuff. That's what I would do. So I'm so tired. I know these podcasts are a little rambly, but I feel like this one is extra. Like this one's just a little extra this week. I hope you enjoy it. So I say I would do that. Like I would go up to somebody and be like, "Excuse me, sir, can you put these earphones in?" I would just probably be like, "Jeez," like pick up my dog and walk away. That's probably what I would actually do. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Give this video a subscribe, or if you're listening on the Spotify or Apple and you're listening loudly in public without your headphones, give this video, give it a, hit the follow button, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, comment. We're at like 777 subscribers on YouTube. Let's pump that up. Let's get that to 800. All right. I appreciate everybody listening and watching. There's people in Norway listening, Houston, Katy, Boston, Providence, San Antonio, Cyprus, New Mexico. I know there's a lot of people, and I appreciate all of you. I see y'all. I don't like see you like in a creepy way, but it just tells me that someone in that city is listening or watching, and I appreciate it. So thank you. I will hopefully get some sleep, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.